can't do that. Yes?
Do we know why marijuana is stigmatized more so than alcohol and cigarettes?
Well, I touched on that just now. I told you there was racial prejudice against the perceived users, which included the Hispanic Americans, which marijuana was used by many Americans, and especially in the Southwest. And after during the Second World War, I understand there was a letter written from the Nazis to the Mexican government saying that if you would join us in the war, we'll give you back the southwest portion of the United States. That letter came out, I think, after the war, so there was even more fuel about how people didn't like the Mexicans. And again, they perceived the Mexicans using the marijuana, and they used that as a racial basis. As a matter of fact, if you look at the congressional records of the discussions about why they legalized herb, there was a lot alluding to those Mexicans using the weed and all that stuff. And then the black musicians that were becoming popular in the 30s and the 20s, and raping our white women and all this garbage, they wanted to allude to and put on these people. They used marijuana, claiming that that was the source of this causing them to do that. And there was a couple cases I read about that they used marijuana as a defense to a murder case. Some young girls saying they were influenced in marijuana at the time, that's why they were about the murder. And the term hashish, actually it means assassin. And that came from the Mideast, or the East, where they apparently go and assassinate people, go and assassinate people, whatever the gangs were, whatever the religious fanaticism. And they would smoke hash before they did it. And that word assassin came from the word hashish, and assassin were intertwined with each other. So it had that stigma on it. And then, of course, we have a lot of other reasons why it became illegal. One is because, as I said before, the end of the prohibition on alcohol caused these cops and this whole alcohol units to have to disband. They're looking for some more business, okay? And there's a particular guy, a guy named Anslinger, who headed the whole idea of Sweet for Madness. And there was Hearst, who owned the newspapers at the time, also had some kind of, I understand, patent on making pulp paper and hemp, which was a very good product to make paper. That was a big competition. So he also fanned the flames of the dangers of marijuana. And it became just, hysteria about marijuana. People had the idea that marijuana makes you want to rape and kill because that's what the news was promoting, And that's how it became so antagonistic towards people. They all jumped on the bandwagon, the most dangerous thing in the world, and that's how it began, and that's how it kept going. And we're still dealing with Reefer Madness, notwithstanding all the scientific and anecdotal information we have to say it's really not a danger. We still have in our mind that it's associated with all these atrocities that were blamed on marijuana use.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.